Tonight on Wareham Viking News at 5 p.m., the Notos Group responsible for the horse track and casino plans for an area in Glen Charlie has requested a zoning change of the area, an update for COVID-19 in our community, and what are officials saying. And local high school changed up their attendance policy. Will Wareham follow and do the same? All this and more coming up on Wareham Viking News.
Live from the WCTV studios in Wareham, this is Wareham Viking News.
Wareham Viking News at 5 starts right now.
Hello everyone and welcome to Wareham Viking News at 5. Thanks for being with us today on our live news show. I'm your host, Emma Arcaro, and remember to join us Wednesdays at 5 p.m., Thursdays at 9 a.m., or on YouTube later tonight for our news broadcasts. With that, let's get right into this week's local news. Starting us off, there was a recent meeting on Monday where a zoning district was proposed. Written by the Notos Group, this proposal would create a hospitality, recreation, and entertainment district, which will apparently be voted on at a special town meeting on January 16th. The group's proposal was helped to create by town planner Ken Buckland. Citizens and board members were clearly skeptical of the project, while others, including those involved with the Wareham Tigers, were in favor of the proposal. Even though the proposal is not completely concrete, as it would only allow projects with a minimum lot size of 100 acres, allowing possible uses such as hotels, restaurants, retail stores, conference centers, education, and more. Some uses would not be allowed, such as junkyards, manufacturing, cemeteries, trucking terminals, crematories, and various others. All zoning changes must be approved by at least 2/3 of the voters at the town meeting. The meeting where it was proposed is set to pick up next Monday night. Now, for everyone's favorite topic, time for our local COVID update. As of the November 27th state report, Wareham is still in the yellow, so seemingly not much has changed. But according to the most recent report, which tracked cases through one day before Thanksgiving, showing a scarily common trend of Wareham steadily increasing in COVID-19 cases before the holiday weekend. In that report, Wareham had a daily rate of 17.1 cases per 1,000 people in the last 14 days. According to town administrator Derek Sullivan, there were 17 new confirmed cases in Wareham from November 27th to the 28th, and 3 additional probable cases. He said that the town is still trending higher. In a statement from Selectman Alan Sullivan, he informed that hospitals are now at 65% capacity, with intensive care units at about 50% capacity. I'm hoping that this will level off, because if we get much higher, it is going to be a problem for people who want elective surgeries, etc. He said to the Wareham Public. Wareham Public Schools has reported 1 new case of COVID-19 in the past week. In other news, a response to the pandemic, Old Rochester High School has decided to slightly alter their attendance policy for students this year. Students who find themselves in a quarantine situation and are unable to attend school in person will be able to be marked remote present instead of absent. This way they can still participate on their hybrid class days by completing makeup work and by participating in check-ins. They feel that this is a progressive step to assisting families struggling with COVID-19 in the household. At the end of last school year, the Massachusetts Department of Education completely disregarded attendance, but ORR Principal Mike Duvall said this is not the case for their school. The state is in a much different place right now, Duvall said. They're still holding schools accountable for attendance, but they are providing for what we call remote present, he said. Apparently, there's no difference between being marked remote present or present while in the building. It is just basically means that the student is attending class online and engaging remotely. At times, I feel like we're both taking out of both sides of our mouth, Duvall commented. We're encouraging students to follow guidelines, but then saying, hey, we're worried about your attendance. We know you need to be quarantined, and we want to help, educationally as well. An exciting new program, Grab and Go, has been introduced by the Wareham Council on Aging. Senior citizens aged 16 over will be able to pick up boxed lunches every Tuesday and Thursday at the handicap entrance of the Multi-Service Center, 48 Marion Road, between 9 and 9:30. Lunches are provided free of charge by Old Colony Elder Services. Anyone interested must call 508-291-3130 the week before ahead of time to request their meals. Also, a great option for seniors is Meals on Wheels, delivered 5 days a week. Volunteers and drivers are also needed for this program. Anyone interested in volunteering or receiving Meals on Wheels should contact them at the same number. Again, that is 508-291-3130. National news. Well, with all this, we wanted to give you a little update about what's happening in not just our community, but in our country. Let's go over to Indiana Troop live in the studio to bring us our national news headlines. And Indy, I hear there's some pretty interesting news has been breaking lately.
Oh, very, very interesting, Emma. Mainly COVID-19 stuff that's going on. I have all this handy news headlines right on my phone, brought to you by Apple. So in COVID-19 news, the CDC recently lowered their expectation for a 14-day quarantine with contacts to someone that's been tested positive for the coronavirus. They recently lowered that quarantine from 14 days to now 7 days. This is in an effort to try to get more people to follow this quarantine advisory because a lot of people weren't doing the 2-week advisory, which was a problem the CDC noted, and now they are suggesting a 7-day quarantine instead of 14-day quarantine. We haven't heard anything from schools or town officials or anything like that about if when a positive case in the school, if someone comes into contact with a positive case in schools or in town buildings. We haven't heard anything if that quarantine period will go down, so we'll keep you updated on that one. Also in COVID-19 news, the vaccine, there's been lots of developments with these vaccines. We're even expecting fully vaccinated people by this coming summer, which is a great stride and something that we weren't even sure of just a few months ago. Recently, Texas has got over 1 million doses of this vaccine, and California is set to get multiple doses, multiple hundreds of thousands doses of this vaccine as well. Also in COVID-19 news, I know, more and more, but some hospitals are resuspending elective surgeries. So back at the height of this pandemic, March, April, May, elective surgeries were canceled in ORs, and now some ORs in hospitals are looking to put those on hold once again. In national news, Brazilian bank robbers attacked a city, killing 1 person. So this is something to be on the lookout in terms of national news. And also happening, Joe Biden fractured his foot when playing with his dogs. Haven't we all hurt ourselves when playing with our dogs? I have. My sister broke her elbow playing with dogs once. And former astronaut Mark Kelly was sworn in as Arizona's newest U.S. Senator. So that's another big stride. And Walmart, if you're doing any online shopping for the holidays, Walmart has dropped their $35 minimum for online orders in an effort to push their online sales. So that's a little fun news to end it off. We're going to go to commercial break, but for all of these national news headlines and more, whenever you see national news headlines on our episode, you can follow up with them and find out more information about them on our website, www.warehamvikingnews.com. We have a great show planned for you. Lots more coming up. Be sure to stay tuned, and we'll see you after this short commercial break.
Seeing monsters out your window. No, you can't sleep. You pretend though you don't have to play the hero. 'Cause I got you like you got me. When the earth shakes, when the bombs scream, until our last breath, every heartbeat.
everyone, good evening and welcome back to Wareham Viking News. It is December the 2nd and boy do we have some great stories for you to hear. So what are we waiting for? Let's get right into it. And on to high school news. Recently, two Wareham High School students, Henry Jones and Brooke Chandler, were selected to attend a National Race Amity Conference on November 20th. This conference was titled Reset to Our Destiny and held small group discussions on various topics followed by a conversational panel. This panel included actor Penn Badgley, a nonprofit founder, Debbie Ferruzzi, an advocate for Native American rights, Adesba Fugath, the head of female rights organization, Courtney King Tunis, as well as Doug Mitchell from NPR and actor Masood Ulfani. They discussed systematic racism and how it affects American society. It was a long conference where a multitude of issues were explored associated with racism in America. Special thanks to the Born Wareham Police Amity Conference for helping to coordinate this event and the Stone Family Grant for providing the scholarships for these two students to attend. And on behalf of Wareham Viking News, congratulations to Brooke and Henry. And in breaking news, Nick's Homemade Pizza is now temporarily closed following the positive COVID-19 test of a staff member. The restaurant was recently also closed in October by the Mattapoisett Board of Health because of non-compliance with coronavirus mask regulations. It has come to our attention that one of our staff has tested positive for COVID-19, the restaurant wrote on a Facebook post. We are reaching out to local authorities so that we can handle the situation properly. For the time being, we will be closed and we will keep you updated when we reopen. Thank you for your understanding and sorry for the inconvenience. Well, we have some awesome opportunities to share with the young people of the lovely town of Wareham. The Community Youth Empowerment Group is hosting multiple exciting workshops to help young people learn how to be professional in a workplace and to prepare them for the employment world. Their most recent workshop is tonight from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m.
It's not, I can't, yeah, no problem.
The meeting tonight is going to be held and talked about professionalism in the workplace, how to wear great attire, types of interviews, mindfulness on social media, and job etiquette and soft skills as well. You can email Community Youth Empowerment Group from their email, and or if you're from Wareham High School, you can check the guidance board. Email warehamcye@gmail.com, and they will send you the meeting link for the Zoom. Last week we had Joanne Gamble from the CYE come here and talk about a little bit what the club is about. We're going to commercial, so we'll be right back.
Attention Wareham High School students, are you looking for clubs to join at the high school? Well, here is a brief overview of them all. The Wareham Viking Theater Company is a group of hardworking students that are dedicated to dramatic theater in every way. We put on 2 to 3 shows a year and have fun. DECA prepares leaders and entrepreneurs for careers in marketing, finance, hospitality, and management in high schools and colleges around the globe. Key Club is an international student-led organization that provides its members with opportunities to provide service, build character, and develop leadership. Global Ed is committed to creating a community that values respect and understanding. Students will promote global citizenship by engaging with the wider world. The Wareham Model United Nations is a club that fosters many global skills. As a club, we strive to research, debate, and discuss the different aspects of world events and conflicts. The Safe School Alliance is a club that fosters tolerance and acceptance of LGBTQ+ students. As a club, we try to address the issues of equality and acceptance in our school community. Student Council is where student leaders meet to plan events for the student bodies such as Pep Rally, Spirit Week, etc., and build community through the school. Come and Jam Jazz Band invites all musicians to come and participate in an advanced music session. Be prepared to learn new musical elements and record yourself while playing an instrument. Wareham Viking News is changing with the times. We're now running a town news show and school blog. Join today. Wareham High School Best Buddies pairs up with students with IDD with their peers simply to provide friendship. WHS Best Buddies offers a variety of fun activities. The WHS Chess Club competes in the Southeast Conference Interscholastic Chess League. They'll meet weekly on Google Meet during the COVID schedule. The Foreign Language Club was established more than 30 years ago and is composed of students who wish to learn more about other languages and culture. All students are welcome to join.
Welcome back! While COVID-19 has cast out many fun holiday activities this winter season, one man in West Wareham has tried to make up for it by pleasing our eyes with a beautiful display, making it feel like we're all in Edaville again. Scott Lakin worked at Edaville full-time from 2004 to 2017 and has worked there on a part-time basis since. I've always had a thing for Christmas lights, he said. Since Edaville is closed this year due to the pandemic, I had reached out to my old boss and asked him if I could borrow some displays. Edaville Family Theme Park is usually known for their wonderful Christmas light displays during the holiday season, but this year it is a bit unable to open since Massachusetts has not reached Phase 4 of Governor Baker's reopening plan. Edaville General Manager Brenda Johnson, who is a longtime park employee and former co-owner, granted Lakin the permission to borrow the displays this holiday season. His display is illuminated daily from 4:15 to 9:15 p.m. at 36 French Avenue in West Wareham. He asked that the visitors be mindful of the neighbors in his quiet cul-de-sac. He also said that the next year he hopes to build some of his own displays, since the borrowed pieces will hopefully be back at Edaville, and the park will reopen for the holiday fun again. Alright, so let's go to weather.
Thank you, Emma. This past week sure has been crazy, from chilly days to wacky storms outside. Let's talk about Monday's storm first. This storm was somehow short and powerful with heavy winds and harsh rain. Some of you around town may have experienced damage on your property, like downed trees or decorations displaced. Yesterday had a high of 44 and a low of 38, with windy dust falling from that storm that had come on Monday. There was also a waning gibbous moon, which probably looked a lot like the full moon. Today, high is 45 and low is 31. And we have winds from 9 miles per hour to 13 miles per hour. Then we have the humidity reaching 69%. There will also be clear skies tonight. Tomorrow will be mostly sunny with a high of 52 and a low of 41, with winds at 8 miles per hour and humidity at 71%. Accompanied with a cloudy night. Let's look at the rest of the 7-day forecast now. The day after tomorrow, Friday, will be mostly cloudy with a high of 56 and a low of 44. There's a slight chance of rain during the day and a 50% chance of rain during the night, with winds at 11 miles per hour. The humidity will be at 86%. Then, moving to Saturday, we will have a high of 52 and a low of 41. There's a good chance for rain showers during the day, which will stay out, but it will still be rain, and this looks like it will continue into the night, with winds ranging from 10 to 25 miles per hour during that day. Then Sunday, there's a high of 44 and a low of 29, and continuing clouds and 65% chance of rain in the afternoon. Winds should also be at about 15 miles per hour, and there will be a 76% humidity. On to Monday, which will be a partly cloudy day. Luckily, there will be no rain though. Accompanied with a high of 43 and a low of 30, and low to no winds at 9 miles per hour, and humidity will be at 73%. Tuesday will also be partly cloudy with a high of 43 and a low of 29, and low to no winds again at 7 miles per hour, and humidity at 80%. And finally, we go into Wednesday being partly cloudy with a high of 46 and a low of 31, and low to no winds at 8 miles per hour, and humidity at 85%. Sunrise will be at 6:58 a.m., and sunset will be 4:12 p.m. The week following, we will see plenty of partly cloudy days and some light showers during the morning of the 12th, 14th, and 16th. And on the 16th, we will see possible snow. The traffic out there today is a bit more rough than usual, but expect some traffic along Route 6 and Route 28 going through Onset, Bourne, and Wareham. Expect some as well in places such as Bedford, Kingston, Boston, and Providence. And your trivia for the week is, what type of fish is Dory from Nemo? Is it A, a clownfish, B, a bluefish, C, a royal blue tang, or is it D, an ostrich?
Sunfish.
And the correct answer is C, the royal tang bluefish. And back to you, Emma.
Thanks, Alex. The Stuff a Cruizer event put on by the Wareham Police Department and the Wareham Police Association is coming back. Annually, the WPD hosts a toy drive where people come from Target and fill police cruisers with toys to donate to the needy children. This year's Stuff a Cruiser event will be put on this Saturday, December 5th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. outside of the Target in Wareham. Members of the Wareham Police Department and the Wareham Department of Natural Resources will be collecting unwrapped yet unopened toys to donate to the local community organizations to help the people of Wareham. Please go to Target this weekend and support their cause and fundraiser. And we have a new word of the week for you this week. The word of the week is zoanthropy. This refers to a person who believes that they take the form of an animal or they think that they actually are an animal. If it weren't for COVID, you'd all would have had the chance to see that in our spring musical, the Wareham Viking Theater Company's production of Putnam. Okay. Again, it's time for us to take a short break. Take this time to get comfortable, maybe with some popcorn or a refreshing drink. And when we come back, we'll have more exciting stories to share with you, like how to get involved in local nonprofits, and our local sportscaster Laura Clements comes to tell you all about this week in sports. All this and more after the short break.
Instead of a short break, I'm going to save you here and spare you of another commercial. And we're going to do something that we've been known to do lately. So I'm going to get all of our Wareham Viking News staff out here over to our abode. Yep. Come on in, everyone. So maybe, oh wait, let me scooch. So you may or may not know that by now, when all of our staff is out here, we're celebrating a birthday. We have a birthday coming up, not today, but we do have a birthday coming up. It's almost Isabella's birthday. So we want to wish Isabella a really, really, really happy birthday and thank her for everything that she does here at Wareham Viking News. She's been here almost every show to help out with the teleprompter and anything else we need. So huge kudos and thank you to Isabella and happy birthday. All right, ready? You want to sing? 3, 2, 1. Happy birthday to you.
Cha-cha-cha.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Bella. Happy birthday to you. And we'll be right back now after this commercial break. Happy birthday, Bella.
Seeing monsters out your window. No, you can't sleep, you pretend though. You don't have to play the hero. 'Cause I got you like you got me. When the earth shakes, when the bombs scream, until our last breath, every heartbeat. When you found me, you learned, but they can't.
everyone. Welcome back to Wareham Viking News. I'm your host, Emma Arcuro, and thank you for joining us for the second half of our amazing show tonight. We have more stories to share with you, so let's continue. If you or someone you know are looking for a way to advertise their non-profit organization, then look no further. WCTV and Wareham Viking News are teaming up to offer a valuable video advertising package to all local non-profit organizations. We'll film and edit a commercial for your organization and broadcast it right here on our show. And on our Wareham Viking News programs for over 250 viewers to see. If you are interested in having this done, please contact either our producers at wctv@wareham.k12.ma.us or indiana.warehamtv@gmail.com, and they will be happy to set up an advertising session for you. Well, all good stuff, but now I think it's time to hear from our chief resident sportscaster, Laura Clements, to keep us well up to date, wet as a whistle, and properly up to date on all of the happenings in the wild, wild world of sports. Laura?
Thank you, Emma. This is Laura Clements back with your Wareham Viking News Sports Report. We begin today with exciting news. A sports season at Wareham High School has finally arrived. The winter sports season will start on December 14th. The sports to be played are ice hockey, girls and boys winter track, and girls and boys basketball. Here are this week's updated college football rankings. Alabama and Notre Dame remain in first and second respectively. Both of these teams are undefeated. Replacing Ohio State at third is Clemson. Clemson has one loss to second place Notre Dame. This loss did come in overtime, and Clemson's starting quarterback Trevor Lawrence did not play in the game as a result of a positive COVID-19 test. The New England Patriots now possess a 5-6 record after a 20-17 win against the Arizona Cardinals this past Sunday. They remain in third in the AFC East, ahead of the now 0-11 New York Jets. The Patriots play the 3-8 Chargers this Sunday at 4:25. Be sure to tune in. The NBA 2020-2021 schedule has been announced. There will be 72 games this season instead of the typical 82, and the season will begin on December 22nd. The Toronto Raptors have relocated to Tampa, Florida, as a result of Canadian travel restrictions. COVID-19 protocols will be in place, and local officials will make decisions regarding fans in the stands. The Boston Red Sox are reportedly showing interest in right-hander and two-time Cy Young Award winner Corey Kluber, who is a free agent at the conclusion of the 2020 season. Now back to you, Emma.
Awesome, Laura. All good stuff to hear. Well, it's that time, everyone. I can't believe it's been a half an hour already. To keep up on all current Wareham news throughout the week, visit www.warehamvikingnews.com and like us on Facebook at Wareham Viking News. Make sure to continue to tune in Wednesday evenings for our live broadcast at 5 p.m., on Thursdays for our rebroadcast at 9 a.m., or on YouTube later tonight, right here on WCTV for your best source of news, sports, weather, traffic, and more. Thanks for being with us here on our interesting show tonight, and until next time, Wareham, good night.